Alright, so we have a clown duelist with a bunch of lifesteal. Let's see how this works. Oh my god. Dead Space 2 is free with Prime Gaming? Get it. Dead Space 2 is a good game. I've played it. I want to play it again. I'll probably play it in October. That was jury duty. After an extended period of time, they decided to take a plea deal. Basically took all day for them to decide they wanted to do that. Well, good. Yeah, at least I don't have to listen to the evidence now. Not what I was looking forward to. Oh my god, this ball. McRib is back. I was not looking forward to evidence. Do they still pay you for that? Yep. Yep, I get paid for the jury selection day and for serving one day on the jury, even though we didn't actually do anything. You just saw the eye surgeon today, everything's good, you don't have to go back? That's great! He said you have perfect robot eyes now? Did you mention whether or not those little CAPTCHA things would confuse you now? Since you don't have real eyeballs? Yeah, now that I'm released from the jury duty, I can talk about it. The charge for the person was super aggravated sexual assault. So, as you can tell, I would not have been happy to view evidence regarding that. And yes, in Texas, there is such a thing as super aggravated.
What does it mean?
Super in super aggravated deals with the age. And the super means under the age of 6.
Pretty horrific.
Yeah, pretty fucking horrific, man.
So I'm glad you didn't have to.
I didn't want to look at the evidence. So I'm glad I didn't have to. And then after the plea deal was announced, the judge came into the jury room and was all like, "You guys are relieved, blah blah blah, they took a plea, whatever. Do you have any questions?" And of course they started asking, a bunch of the other jurors wanted to know, what would have been there. And she's like, well, I can't go into details, but I can tell you that the super aggravated. Somebody asked if the child was going to be a witness, and they were like, the child is nonverbal because the child is not yet 1 year of age. So it was even worse than younger than 6. Some fucking people, man. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to see the evidence. Oh!
Oh no.
I panicked. I panicked when I was halfway through and stopped going.
That was unfortunate.
How did they find out the child couldn't complain? Apparently the parents found out when, like, I don't know, I would assume changing the child's diaper or something. That's disgusting. You're damn right it is. Spells cast while at max MP deal more damage. Your skill crits have a 20% chance to become super crits. Slowly walk over there and hit that. While above 50% health, deal 10% more weapon damage. Opening chest restores health. That's pretty good. You thought the father was the charged person? No, it was a family member, but it was not the father.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been the one having court if I was the parent. What?
Two-Town would have possibly killed the person that molested his child.
Oh, yeah. You would have been the one in court. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I see what you mean now. I follow you.
I think that's completely understandable.
Well, there is that one case. There is that one case in Texas where the rancher came home one day and found one of his ranch hands molesting his daughter, and he murdered the ranch hand. And he went on trial for manslaughter, and the jury found him innocent. And there was no defense. He was just like, yeah, I did it. Beat him to death? I don't remember what he did. I know he killed him.
Probably. I think the daughter was like young too.
I think she was young. I don't think she was this young, but I think she was like 5 or 6. I think it was also the same.
It would have been. It would have been.
It would have been the same category of super aggravated. Obviously, we don't want to go into like a lot of details about stuff, but I mean, if you have like anecdotes or situations that you're aware of, I mean, you could share it. I may just not read it out loud because like this will go up on YouTube and stuff, but I'm not gonna like ban you for talking about it. I'm the one who brought it up.
Yeah, that's why I was grateful this morning when I woke up and you were there, and I was like, why are you home? Like, what happened? They're like, ah,
yeah, they settled.
They settled, and I was like, thank God. Well, and the worst part is you're very strict about upholding your duty for stuff like that. So
Yeah.
You would not have talked about it or vented to me in any way.
Mm-mm. I would have been very quiet about it while it was going on.
Yeah.
Because the last thing I want to do is share that information with you.
Right.
Not because I don't trust you, obviously, but because it's like I don't want to burden you with that info.
Well, and you don't want me to taint your opinion in any way. Oh no! Two talents.
Oh, that sucks.
I love dachshunds. We had dachshunds growing up. Well, my mom did, and then my dad, who they weren't together, did. I find them really adorable. Yeah, already downer on the subject.
I don't understand what you're saying, Baka.
I think she's maybe saying she experienced a
Oh,
similar situation, but isn't wanting to put into
Okay.
full words.
Sorry, I didn't catch the... It seems like there was a first half to that conversation that I didn't catch. So sorry about that.
Galaxy ball. I make up.
Comet form. Gain flight and damage immunity. Recharges over time. That's fair. That's fair, Baka. Don't worry about it. I gathered... I used my context clues from English courses in high school to kind of connect the dots there.
Also, Kathy.
That too.
Yep, I was gonna say, what's funny is I probably jinxed you in my head because I went, man, I would just straight up jump and fall on those spikes. Or thorns, whatever. And then you did. I felt guilty. Like I had done it. Ow. You what?
Man, so much stuff.
That's good though.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy here in Texas, I'm pretty sure he was charged. I don't remember the exact charge, but it wasn't murder. Like, he was like, it was they essentially had charged him with something along the lines of a crime of passion, and I forget the correct verbiage for it, but that fall right when I did it, I was all like, yeah.
Yeah, because the time is tight. Tight.
What are we talking about? Terrible, terrible crimes.
But yeah, Courtney probably doesn't want to know.
Yeah, you don't really want to know. I got released from a jury duty that was the crime in question was grotesque, and I'm glad I didn't have to serve. Can Texas death penalty for that? What, for manslaughter? I don't know. Every 5 seconds, my weapon attack deals 75% bonus damage. Well, I'm not going to be doing bosses, so that's probably pretty good, actually. Since I'm totally welcome to change the subject on the thing, I'll just say it was child crime. And the worst kind. My resolve is getting low? Yeah, I'm done taking stuff for resolve. Unless I get something like crazy amazing, this is all I'm gonna take. What is the difference between manslaughter and murder? To my understanding, manslaughter tends to be killing somebody but not intending to. So a lot of times, people who are drunk drivers, yeah, like a car accident. I was just gonna say, drunk drivers that get into an accident and kill somebody, they're usually charged with manslaughter.
Oh shit! Uh-oh. Well, this is going good. Oh, you barking on her.
Manslaughter would be it is usually an accident, but it can also be just be crimes of passion qualifying. So like coming home and finding your wife in bed with another man and you kill the other guy. That can be considered manslaughter.
On mindset of the killer at the time of the crime. So intent.
Yeah, manslaughter. Okay, there you go. Manslaughter is dependent on the intent.
If you're driving a car drunk, you don't intend to go and kill anyone.
It doesn't mean you didn't kill them.
Right. Same for crimes of passion. You didn't set out to go home and kill your wife.
Right, exactly. I shot and killed my wife and her lover in our bed because I walked in and saw them there. It's like, I didn't think about it beforehand. I saw them, I pulled a gun out, and I shot them. You know, that's not murder. Oh, you got a shield. Shit. Blobfish! Blobfish with shields. Nope.
Oh, you just feel them because of the thing. Your runes.
Yeah, I'm getting help because of the runes I've got. That's correct.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, involuntary manslaughter is doing it on accident. Manslaughter is doing something to somebody knowing that it could kill them, but you didn't mean to kill them. So, drunk driving is usually involuntary manslaughter, because there was no intent to kill anyone.
But like, beating someone up and they die.
Yeah, beating someone up and they die is just straight up manslaughter. I mean, obviously, there's stipulations to all of these that we're not going into super detail about, but these are all just like rough estimates. Vehicular manslaughter, some places have vehicular manslaughter, some don't. Some it's just manslaughter. Vehicular manslaughter just means you killed somebody with your car.
Sorry. I'm trying to lighten the mood.
I mean, thank you for that, Captain. I appreciate it.
You know, my defense mechanism is humor. On yacht.
Wanted to get that money. There's also 3 different degrees of murder. Yeah. Most common are first and third. There is a second degree, but that's pretty rare.
They're pretty rare.
McRib is back.
All right. No?
No?
Sorry.
It's okay. They weren't hurting.
Well, they were getting annoying though, yeah.
No?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, sorry. You know what? Well, I don't watch.
There's also premeditated. Premeditated is not a crime. Premeditated determines the degree of murder you're charged with.
Oh, that's not being a pest. I wanted to know the same thing.
What's that?
Two talent. I think next week because you're on call.
Oh yeah. I had planned on playing it next week. I'm on call this week, so I don't want to get interrupted in the middle of a puzzle game. So it's part of first, second, and third? Yeah, generally speaking. I think first is premeditated. And third degree murder is your acts directly led to someone else dying, but you weren't the person who actually killed them. So it would be like if you were the driver of a robbery, and you drove your friend to the convenience store and your friend went inside and killed somebody, that you could be charged with third degree murder because your actions directly led to someone else dying.
Yeah, I think it's while committing a crime.
Yeah.
And being a getaway driver is committing a crime. Like
Yeah. Being a getaway driver is a crime. You didn't kill the guy, but what you did led to his death, so you can be charged with third degree murder. So like an accomplice? Yeah, but not like if you...
An accomplice to the crime, not the murder.
Right.
What he's saying. Because I think third degree you have to be... It's like if you go to someone's house to rob them with a partner, and your partner gets murdered, you would be arrested on third degree murder. Right.
Or if your partner kills somebody in the robbery but you didn't.
Right, you can be charged. That's what it's called. At least from my understanding.
Yeah. I'm not a lawyer. Cappy and I are not lawyers.
I just love crime documentaries. I was just said I love crime.
I love crime.
That is not what I meant.
That is not what you meant to say.
I meant I like...
Yay, crime!
Yeah, I love it!
The key ingredient is crime. I will say that out of all the times that I've been called for jury duty, I have like a 75 or 80% ratio of being selected for a jury panel or a jury pool, because you have jury duty where they call in like 500 or 600 people all at once, but they may only need like 200 or 300 people to make up pools. So then they select chunks of those 400 or 500 people, and then they choose the juries out of those chunks. So out of jury duty, I usually get like 70 or 80% of the time I get assigned to a pool, and if I'm in a pool, 70 or 80% of the time I make it to the jury. I get chosen a lot. And it's probably because I don't lie to get out of jury duty. And I know myself personally that regardless of my personal feelings of a particular crime, You heard that if you're educated, you can't be selected to a jury. That is actually the exact opposite. They prefer educated people because they want you to understand the evidence that you're being shown. If you don't understand what's being shown, you're not necessarily gonna get selected one way or the other. So that is incorrect. It's commonplace on like TV shows and movies for that to be like a thing that's stated, but it's actually wrong. What was I was in the middle of something.
We're talking about how you're always chosen. Very cool.
Oh. The thing with me is I am very like intellectually I can separate my personal feelings from my logical brain very well. So when somebody comes to me and asks me, this person is accused of the crime that they were accused with for this jury duty. Super aggravated sexual assault of a child. And they're like, they asked the group of like 85 of us that were there that they had to get 12 people out of 85. They asked the group, just knowing this crime, what is the first thought that crosses your mind? And somebody raised their hand and they were like, guilty. And they're like, see, that person right there is automatically like out, because we can't have your first gut reaction be guilty, because you have to assume that the defendant is innocent, because that's how our justice system works. You can't assume they're guilty, because what if person A hates person B, accuses them of sexual assault of their child, and then person B goes to jail even though they didn't do it? You can't just do that.
If they said that get out, no, because that's literally the first thing my mom said as well. It's just a personal feeling that you just, that person, I've had that where I found out I was in a jury panel and they said this is what the crime is, and I went, oh, he's guilty. Because my sister dealt with what was going on, and it was personal to me. So it wasn't that I wanted to get out of jury duty, it was that I was already biased.
Right, exactly. It's not that you were like, oh, I don't want to do this. Or...
No, I would have done it. But I immediately, when I heard what the crime was, I was like, oh, that guy's guilty. So I told them that.
Yeah, and they want you to be honest. And I know myself well enough to know that I can easily separate my personal feelings from my intellectual side and go like, yeah, I could definitely like sit there and listen to the evidence, and if I'm not convinced, it doesn't matter how disgusted I am that the crime exists. If I'm not convinced that this is the guy that did it, I'll find the guy innocent. Because that's the whole purpose. You have to be sure that they're guilty, because this person might be going to jail for the rest of their life. You can't just assume they're guilty.
Yeah, you have to have the evidence has to prove it.
Yeah. What are we talking about here?
That was a show. Sport? Oh, it may
It's
be
a
a
pun.
European show. Well, I know it's not technically European, but...
Destroy all targets.
The only... Oh, you can't cross the line? Keep charging for that.
Yep. There's no time limit.
Yeah, that would have been easy had you been charged.
Or like a spell that I could aim.
Oh, yeah,
Something
absolutely.
like that. But yeah, there were people in the large, like the 85-person jury pool at the beginning that they were like, has anybody personally been a victim of sexual assault or knows somebody close to them that were? And a bunch of people raised their hand and they were like, do you think that would affect your decision in this? And they were like, yeah. And it's like, all right, so you're eliminated.
That's basically what mine was.
Yeah. It was like, can you be non-biased? And
Yeah,
you were like,
impartial.
yeah, impartial. And you were like, I don't think so.
But it's also important to be honest and say that, because you wouldn't want me on a jury going, this guy is guilty, I can't wait to vote him guilty.
Right.
Not that I would ever be that way, but people are.
Yeah, some people would lie to get on a jury so that they could find them guilty.
Yeah. Both are bad.
You had a voir dire where they said the guy had confessed and then redacted it. I said he wouldn't have confessed if he didn't do it, and then they counted you out. Yeah. See, I watched a show about police confessions, and after watching a show detailing police confessions, I don't hold them nearly as important as I used to, because I was, you know, just seeing what some of the police will do. And, like, granted, most cops are good cops, and I have family that are police officers, but, like, there are bad cops, so it's like you can't just initially use that as the sole piece of evidence. Like, he admitted he did it. Well...
Yeah, but it's happened when they've been being held for like 20 hours without sleep, and the cops are just saying, just confess, you know, like that happens.
Yeah.
Those are the bad cops.
Right.
But yeah, confession isn't always guilt. But if you're biased with that opinion, obviously...
obviously you need to speak up and say, hey, if he confessed and then retracted his confession, I feel like he's guilty now, then it's like, okay, you're totally fine. You're not wrong to have that opinion. It's just now we know we don't want you on this jury. And that's the other thing they wanted to make sure is they were like, we're not here to like judge you for what you're thinking. If you think this guy's guilty solely because of the charge, we're not here to say you're wrong. We're just here to say we don't want you on this jury then.
Yeah, my mom was always like, my mom never liked jury duty, of course, you know, but she worked a job that they didn't really like her going or leaving or anything. But she always just taught me to be honest. Don't lie to get out of it. That's not helpful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, be honest in your answers. If you get chosen, you get chosen. If not, okay.
But that's part of the reason I get chosen a lot is because they'll ask me straight up, can you be non-biased? And I'm like, yeah, I absolutely can. Like, did I want to see the evidence of this case? No, absolutely not. But when they asked me if I could be unbiased, I was all like, I can, even though I don't want to do this. I know I can, so... You dickhole.
Dang it.
Wow.
At least that zombie was polite enough to be hated.
Thank God we have a 12-person jury. Yeah. Yeah, for those who are non-Americans, the way our court system works is, if it's a criminal charge like this was, if it goes to court, there's a 12-person jury, and all 12 people have to agree, guilty or not guilty.
When you said for this one, they also pulled out a bunch of alternates as well that they normally don't do.
Yeah. Yeah, there were alternate jurors, so the reason they do that is if for some reason somebody can't make it to jury duty, or halfway through they realize that they're a liability to the case, or something like that, they can just recuse themselves and be replaced with one of the optional jurors. What is this? Lose no health.
Oh god. Well done.
Got it. Okay. Improve dash run. Improve your gain additional air dashes. Cool.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, all 12 have to vote unanimously. There are different kinds of cases where you don't have to have all 12. It just has to be, it has to be like 10 out of 12, but in cases like this, it's all 12. There's also different levels of confidence in your decision that you have to be. Like, in this particular crime, it's the highest level, which is... forget the correct terminology, but it's like... beyond a reason... You have to be certain beyond a reasonable doubt that the person is guilty. And they also can't tell you what a reasonable doubt is. That's because they're like, that's a personal thing. It's personal. What is your level of reasonable doubt? But it has to be extremely high. Because it's like, you could be costing someone their life if you're not confident. So, and then there's other crimes where you don't have to be quite so sure. You could just be like, the evidence seems to indicate that you're guilty, so you're guilty. But those aren't necessarily like lifetime sentences kind of thing.
Yeah, I didn't notice those arrows.
I didn't until the last second either.
There's just a lot happening in this room.
I think they said there's 3 levels. There's beyond a reasonable doubt, which is the highest. There's preponderance of the evidence, which is just like the evidence seems to indicate. And then there's one in between, which I forget what that one was called. But they also emphasize that the one thing beyond a reasonable doubt is it's not beyond all doubt. So, like, you can have a little doubt, but it needs to be a very, very tiny amount.
A reasonable amount.
Courtney redeemed timeout. Okay, hold on. Courtney. Time you out. Okay, Courtney's timed out. You redeemed it, Courtney. Now you know what that is.
It might also be she wants to time herself out right now because she's like, I'm not gonna be like.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything that's gonna get me in trouble.
Young kid. She probably, you know. So she's like, I'm gonna say something that's gonna get me banned. Maybe I should just time myself out.
That's fair.
It's my nephews when you realize they were learning and old enough to like understand the like consequences. Or my nephew did something and he thought he did something bad enough. He goes, I'll just put myself in timeout, and walked over to timeout. And we were like, no. Like, you clearly understand what you did was bad, and no, you're fine. Like,
yeah,
timeout works for that reason. You don't need it. But it was adorable. Anyway, maybe we should change the subject. What's a happy subject?
there isn't a jury for everything. That's correct. Even in this particular crime, they asked the defense has a right to a jury, but he doesn't have to have a jury. So, like, he could have said, I don't want a jury. I just want the judge to look at the information and make the decision. That's a thing. That also works for punishment. So it could be that you're like, I want the jury to decide whether I'm innocent or guilty, but I want the judge to decide my punishment. What are we looking at here? A jury is something that is requested. A jury is always available. You can always have a jury.
Oh, right.
Usually they just assume you want a jury. You have to request not to have one. Yeah, he's pretty adorable.
How did we go down there? With all the spikes?
I don't know.
Whoa, that's a big ass shield. Holy moly.
They're leaving behind trails.
Trails.
That's it.
Hold on, run. Yeah, I think that's a jet. Oh, I see the trails now. How did I not see those before? I'm dumb.
No. Yeet! She said.
I jumped. I did the whole gamer thing where you like move your body to move the thing. Oh no!
I turned around!
Yeah, I don't know why you turned to face the other way.
I pushed right. I wanted to jump right, but attack left. So in a case of copyright infringement between Google and Netflix that involves all these complicated things, they can still request a jury? Yeah, absolutely.
And then the lawyers have to explain it. They bring in experts to explain
Oh
things
yeah,
and
you'll
answer
get tons of expert
questions.
witnesses and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff, yeah.
Because you have to make the jury understand
What
what's
the
happening.
shit?
What?
Pacifist!
Oh no, but you earn 165 more gold, so maybe you should... You don't even have that. You should try that trait.
Disattenuated.
Oh dang, you don't have any of those traits. I mean, the other traits.
Let's go pacifist and see what it is.
I feel like it's gonna be the worst.
You can't... No weapon attacks, maybe?
Maybe. Oh my god, he doesn't have a weapon. He just carries the sign that has the peace sign on it.
60% less health and you cannot deal damage. Cannot deal damage. That's it.
So maybe it's just meant to go and run in and get chests?
Yeah, it's a chest only.
Well, at least now I forced you to do it.
A star floated close by me the other day. It was translucent and had these long tendrils and it was beautiful. Or at least I think it was beautiful. Come to think of it, I don't think that was a star. Either way, I didn't get a good look. It was scary, so I climbed down and hid.
Aw.
Alright, so lifesteal is useless for me. Well, this is Valkyrie, technically, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to change Valkyrie's runes, because that'll screw stuff up. Anyway.
You did get a rune about dashing.
Can't afford it. Need more blood.
Let's get more blood. This guy definitely seems like he's gonna get blood.
Hey stranger, sorry for throwing up on you last time we went out to sea. Some days even just looking at the seas gets me sick. I've sailed on boats all my life, so I don't know why it happens, but it sucks. If I'm feeling sick again, I try to turn my head faster. Sorry. Actually, I dealt with a case. I dealt with a corporate end case one time. I did a case where a guy was suing his insurance company for coverage. And the insurance company took him to court and wanted a jury. It's a bad decision on his part because the jury sided with the insurance company. But
That's the risk.
yep. Hey, more perfect. Pacifist. Let's buy more damage.
Well, I mean, you'll use it in the future.
Sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button here. That's what I want. Okay. That's surprising. Not really, when you think about it. Like, was the insurance company a dick? Yes. Was the insurance company abiding by the contract that this guy signed? Also, yes. You know, he signed a contract that said it was, like, all of this was his fault. And then he was trying to go back on it, and we're like, I don't know what you want me to do, man. Like... Alright, let's go see how many How many things we can get here? This is basically a dodge run. Oh, from when you did the thing. Oh, I can still do breakables.
Oh, excellent. Oh, you're getting 26 for those, dude?
Yeah, because I have
Yeah,
plus
normally
165%.
Normally you get 10. So it's just avoid, it's just knocking them out of the way. So just
Okay,
run.
I can knock them out of the way.
Pretty interesting. Oh, you broke the things?
Yeah, I want to get up there.
I don't think you can, and you're gonna end up dying in this room to try to do it.
I know, but
You bounce off the guy maybe? Dash?
bounce off the guy, that's smart.
Thanks. Sometimes I have good ideas.
Yep.
That's right, I don't. That's a lot of result.
Deal 26%
Oh my
more
god,
damage.
well we need the one that deals more damage.
Defeat 15 enemies! That's never gonna happen.
Amazing.
Can't get that one. Nope, don't got that one. Oh!
Fudgy god, dude.
Jesus.
You go to, Access Lundy where your gold's also already.
Oh, yeah. Plus an additional 20% here.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of
28
bad
instead of
enemies,
26.
but gotta be careful. 285 just from that.
Oh no!
You're gonna die. Boy, this is not the run for gold. It's okay. This is still an interesting take. I started doing that in Slay the Spire, just taking really random parts to see how interesting I can make my runs.
Yeah, you eventually get to the point where you're like, what is this gonna do?
Yeah, because I can make
I can get some weird combinations, and sometimes you find out these weird combinations you never would have tried before are actually really good.
Yeah, because I can easily do custom and win every match, but it's more fun to be like, what if I only took this kind of card? Or, you know. Oh. I already tried to kill them! Thanks, Kathy. It's a great idea. Off to your right, over this light, same place. Why are you going around?
I thought that went somewhere.
No, it's that's why I said you literally just walked in a circle.
It was just chest. That's all it was. Ooh. Mana cost and spell damage are increased by 100%. That's okay. Your spin kicks deal more damage. Also okay.
What? Stubbing your toe may lead to cardiac arrest?
No immunity window after taking damage. I don't get iframes. See you later, Baka. Have a good one. But yeah, Ronins are good. He's 141 damage, straight up. That is...
Well, that's critting, though.
Well, okay, but...
Does 99? Yeah.
99 normal. Ducky, you sleeping well? Your eyes look like hollow holes leading to the abyss.
I'm sorry, she just asked that after you got terrible sleep
last
night.
I used to have a terrible time sleeping too. Some days I'd be more tired waking up than before I went to bed. Turns out I had sleep apnea and was not breathing properly during my beauty rest. I never did have a growth spurt, and I'm certain it's because of the apnea stunted my growth. The proof is in the pudding, pudding. So fix your sleep habits now before or be forever short like me. Spin kick does more damage. Does my spin... Don't I have a trait that already does that? Spin kick does 40% more damage, so it might not be a bad idea to put that on too. So I could do like 60% more damage.
Right now, yeah.
Mana potions do health and armor.
That one's really helpful. Pick up a lot of health add-on. We talked about that now. Every time you pick up a mana potion, you like heal for, I think, 6.
Yeah.
It's pretty significant.
Sharon said, "Don't vomit on my boat." I think Courtney can talk again if she's back.
No, she refuses. She hates me now.
That checks out.
And it's so much nicer being able to kill the enemies. Sorry,
I know.
To take a pacifist. I just didn't see it.
Me too. I mean, I want to eventually unlock all the traits. So, I would have needed to take it eventually.
Now seems like the night. You don't really plan on doing any bosses.
Yeah, exactly. It's the boss run with pacifists.
Do it! Only 13. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Oh, no! Matt, I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry!
Gold runs tonight, everybody. Pick up a relic. No more gold.
I'm leaving. I cannot be. I don't at all.
At least I'm going to get a buttload of experience, which means that Ronins will get better faster. I'll still want to get all the gold because it means XP now. That chest was empty! Wait, are all chests just empty now? Oh yeah, okay. I thought it meant like I'd still pick up the gold, but it was converted at the end. I guess it's converted the instant I get it. Okay. Oh. Alright, well, we're going to level up my Ronin a lot today. That's hilarious. I think it's funny, dude. I know you feel bad about it, but I don't.
Imagine how it is way worse on the pacifist, because that's all you can get on the pacifist is gold.
That would have been funny if you have pacifist and that as your innate like relic.
Yeah, so it just feels like you're running around a castle.
Yeah, you're just running around a castle doing nothing. You can't kill anybody. You open the chest, nothing comes out. Did I play Dead Cells? No, I didn't. Dead Cells never really appealed to me because it was extremely fast-paced. And I'm a much slower player, generally speaking.
Specifically, I mean Ronins in general.
Yeah. Because
they do so much damage in that new area, is so beefy that they could carve through shit.
No jumping.
You need to float.
That's right, I can't get up now. I was gonna try to chain my kicks up there.
Ow.
Because those hanging doors, I could kick off of one and go up, and kick off the next one and go up.
Go back in there and show me. Oh.
Like that.
But is that not jumping?
No, it's kicking. The game doesn't consider that a jump. Is this the first game with my new controller? No?
You played something else with it.
I did play something else, but I can't remember what I played. I emulated a game. What have I emulated recently?
Pikmin.
Pikmin, that's right. I played Pikmin with it. To play GameCube games.
Yeah, emulate Pikmin on his PC. What the hell?
Random ass thing.
PS5 controller does feel nice though. It feels good in hand. I thought you were just gonna run out of the room.
I mean, I coulda. He has a shield on a timer? What a dick move. There we go.
Although, how are you liking the controller?
Oh, I love it. Like, I still have my old Logitech controller because it's not broken. But this one feels really good. Skeleton key. You can unlock a melted or locked fairy chest. Weapon skill crits apply break damage. What Ronin am I playing? Emotional dysregularity. That's all. Mana costs are increased. So essentially a base Ronin, for the most part. Every unique relic increases damage by 6%. Spin kicks do 80% more damage. Alright, so I'm just going to be doing a shitload of spin kick damage. That's 80% there, and 40%.
And the relic as well.
No, I didn't equip
Oh, you didn't equip it? Oh, that's right.
So there's 80% here, 40% here. So that's 120% more spin kick damage. So when I do get to places where I have to spin kick stuff, that shit is dead.
Oh, willows?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
What do levels give you? Oh, about the stars. When you level up a character, usually it gives you a permanent stat bonus to that class. So I think with Ronins, it gives you dexterity or crit chance. I forget which. But you get something that deals directly with, like, super rapid damage.